AI, I don't know if you've heard about it, Steve. It's kind of a popular topic. Have you heard about it? A little
Yeah,
bit.
it's crossed my path a little bit. Yeah.
Where are we in terms of AI helping us out and doing some kind of iterative development?
We did some initial research, and there's lots of interesting tools out there that you can ask for, let's say, a secure S3 bucket. Let's just throw that as a very simple example. And it doesn't really give you a very secure S3 bucket. It obviously, we can do some creative, let's call it prompt engineering. That seems to be the term that's hot at the moment. And because we have a wealth of information, we can also feed AI to get it to implement almost instant corrective actions on its own generated code, which sounds kind of strange, but to the actual user of AI, this will, if I'm looking to generate this S3 bucket, suddenly we have a much smarter AI. The reality is in the background, we are getting what it was going to present to you and on an automated fashion looking at it and saying, ugh, that's not that good. We've got some open source tools that do this for us. Well, can you fix this? Can you add that?
Does it sort of respond to that kind of direction?
It does actually very well. And it's almost frustrating because it's like somebody who knows prompted correctly how to do the right thing, but when left to their own devices, does the lazy version. Maybe when GPT-4 comes out, it'll be better. But at the moment, we're making a lot of progress with GPT 3.5 in terms of being able to create kind of a far more effective and more secure version of a co-pilot as you're creating something like Terraform or as you're creating something like CloudFormation.
Week over week, we see dramatic changes. So while it is frustrating to you, are you like what you saw a month, 2 months ago, different than what you're seeing today?
Well, the large language model, the data out there isn't changing at the rate that the actual intelligence of the AI is. So it's just doing better things with the same bad data. We have done some generation of infrastructure as code with 4 to see that it actually does do a better job. It doesn't quite need as much prompting, and perhaps as we go forward, it still won't. But it still does take a little bit of expert influence in terms of making sure that what gets created is secure, which is good. We think that when this is completed and the research is done, we're going to have something that is a pretty effective, let's call it infrastructure as code, co-pilot that will actually make the world a better place.
To learn more about how Palo Alto Networks is doing just this, essentially improving AI or helping AI improve your ability to write code as a co-pilot, check out what they're doing over at paloaltonetworks.com.